Oh, hey, how you doing, folks? Just thought I'd make a little video since there's not enough videos of people just, filming themselves out there. So I thought I'd make my own. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm zooming this shit, streaming it or something. Anyway, there's actually a purpose for my video today, and really for several reasons, I suppose. One being a look back to see how things went, and two being for information for people, and that being on recovery. So just letting you guys know, I'm going in for my second heart surgery tomorrow. Tomorrow will actually be open heart. The first one was a minimally invasive. So really, I wanted to throw something together. I meant to the first time, but I got no fucking idea what I'm doing with this. So here it is. Maybe next time after, when I come out the other side in a couple of days, I'll be able to interact and share whatever we want to share on recovery and how things look. But I also wanted to provide you, I guess, info on how this whole thing started, and preventative measures if there are any, what it is. So regardless, so what I have is a sick mustache, for starters. COVID. Thank you. Second, what I've got is it's a heart murmur, and really had it since birth. Actually, I developed it later, but it turned out I was actually born. I had a hole in my heart, undetected, led to future issues. The first time it sprung up in an issue, or that it was detected, in 2015, and had a very leaky valve, they call it, heart murmur or regurgitation. Super common. Lots of people have murmurs. Not generally a big deal, but mine just happened to develop in what the surgeon would later call "you're leaking like Niagara Falls." So that was pretty cool to hear. It's actually the weekend we got engaged, my wife and I, Dana, and I was told to come back home, and we got to figure this shit out. So the first surgery to fix the valve was at the Foothills with Dr. Maitland. Unbelievable surgeon. I'd say at least among the tops in North America, perhaps the world. No shit, swear to God, Dr. Maitland, unbelievable. You can look him up, Andrew Maitland. But anyways, he recommended a minimally invasive repair. And so what they do is they were actually able to kind of come in the side of my gorgeous body here. And they go in through the side. They don't have to crack you. They come in. They patch the leaflet on the mitral valve. So that's mitral regurgitation. So the valve doesn't seal properly every time you breathe, or your blood flows in and out of the heart. So when it's leaking, which it was, it would come down and not seal on the valve or the flap. And blood would pool, back in my lungs or back into the heart, which also causes heart enlargement, right? So that's a bad thing. And then later I learned a lot more about that. But anyway, I did my first surgery in September of 2015, and got in there. And to be honest, like, the care and the recovery, phenomenal. Like, I mean, if you can travel this route to go with a repair, the whole idea is to prevent having to crack you, right? Because that's longer recovery. And honestly, I think I was in the stay for 5 days, and I mean, I was ready to leave after 3 days. No shit. And it was unbelievable. Obviously scary. You're anxious. Yeah, they shut you off. You're on a bypass that was run from the groin. So it was run off a bypass machine. That surgery took about 7 hours, just because they had said it was super tough to get into the thickness here. Bit of girth. I'm a large fella, so lean up as best you can. That's one recommendation. For this surgery tomorrow, I have dropped just about 20 pounds. Pre-op, I went in at 240 like a fat fucking whale, seriously. Like, COVID was ridiculous. And I got gout, by the way. Super cool. Gout is hilarious. Not. Anyway, So that minimally invasive surgery went really well. Of course, the family, everybody was nervous about it. I was anxious. I don't know what to tell you on how to get through that, but that lead up to the surgery, I can tell you, is the worst part. The recovery after, I mean, it's just day to day. I had a few hiccups, some blood pressure issues, getting a little wobbly and that kind of stuff, but surgery went very well. And at the time, it was deemed a success, but it wasn't a complete turnaround. So I still had a slight murmur just because it was such a long surgery. They couldn't quite seal it properly. So after that surgery, I was told, you could have, we could see you in 10 years, hopefully, maybe a touch up, hopefully not. But the reality is repairs can fail. And so it could be 1 year. I was hoping after that surgery, I just basically was like, fuck, I don't have to do this again. But again, we got through it together, obviously having as much family around to help you get through. That's key as well. So, fast forward, also prior to that first diagnosis, I was asymptomatic. Now I did have some issues when I would play hockey, and I would get kind of raspy after, and then they kind of deemed that as post-athletic asthma, which it clearly was not. So I had the blood was pooling back in the lungs, and then it would kind of get rough after hockey. But then after half hour and 12 or 15 beers, hey, good to go, right? Come on. So anyway, that was the issue. The blood was pooling back in my lungs and my heart. So fast forward here now, I had gone through 2 annual checkups after that surgery where the heart was actually shrinking. And that's the whole goal here. With the murmur, if your heart grows, it can get to a certain point of no return. So it's only got so much elasticity. And again, the technology and the progressiveness of the clinics here in the Limb Clinic and Advanced Spinal Care, unbelievable. So they monitored my heart growth. After 1 year, my heart grew bad, upped my medication, which is Ramipril, 5 milligrams twice daily. Second annual, my heart shrunk. So that was key. So that was good. So then I was waiting for another annual, my third, assuming I would get the go-ahead that the heart had shrunk. So now I could get my name in the queue for fucking my knee surgery because I got to get my knee fixed because I'm bowed like a fucking boomerang. Anyway, so waiting for that, they basically told me after that annual, look, your leak is back and this is bad. You got to get it done. And honestly, during my first surgery, Dr. Maitland told me after that surgery, he said, you should have dropped years ago. There's no reason that flap should have been working. Okay, so he repaired it. Now we go fast forward. Your heart is growing. We are in danger of having a failure. Need to get you in. So I was diagnosed. This is almost a year ago. I was diagnosed. Now I've not been in waiting the entire time. COVID did happen. So I was basically at the time last October. It was, look, you got a problem. We're gonna have to get this done within the year. Said, okay, that's a kick in the nuts. Thank you very much. I'll go sort my shit out. Tell my daughter and my wife that life's gonna suck again for a bit. But anyways, so for that surgery, which was last October, get it done within the year. So I was scheduled to go in around the start of COVID. COVID happened, kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. Anyway, now the time is here to get it done. So this time, the issue is the valve needs to be replaced. First time they fixed the flap on the valve, the mitral. Now they're going to replace the valve. So we had to contemplate, look, you can go back in through the side, minimal recovery, return to work in 3 to 4 weeks, which I was able to. But the danger of trying to repair again is you now risk having a potential third heart surgery. And I mean, 2 in a lifetime is fucking ridiculous, but obviously very common. So it was really a no-brainer. Look, we go in, we crack you, replace that valve, and it's good for life. And it's true, it is good for life. It's going to be a mechanical valve, and obviously the body and everything's, it's got to accept it, and all that stuff's got to work. But I mean, I've had so many surgeries, like whatever, throw it in me and I'll be good. But yeah, it's good for life. The issue with the mechanical is typically they give a mechanical to someone younger-ish, because that valve will last forever. But you have to be on blood thinners forever. That's the trade-off. If you go with like a pig valve or tissue valve, they call it, biological, they last 10 to 15 years. And so that's the issue. So typically you might want to get that, let's say in your 70s, right? So if it lasts 10 to 15 years, you're getting end of life and that kind of thing. But no blood thinners on that. So less hard on you. Now I've already been on blood thinners before, so whatever. But so I will have to take the thinners after this valve. They do say, so it is mechanical. They do say there is a little bit of a like an actual tick, click. You could potentially hear it. But this is a life fix. So I'm hoping this will be it forever. And then another part of reason for me filming this is also to hold myself to account. I like to have a good time, so I'm always packing on the LBs and shedding the LBs. So like anybody, it's just nice to enjoy. And that COVID was really tough, honestly. So pre-op, I weighed in at 240. I think I said that already. And now, right now, I'm 225. Better, but my mission will be 200, and so I'm hoping to capture some of that progress. I'm not gonna be doing fucking selfies in my underwear and showing my gorgeous abs off. Even if I get abs, fuck off. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, but I do want to get in shape, and if I can help some people along the way in getting through this, because and I may seem half okay. I'm going in tomorrow. Trust me, it's very nerve-wracking. But like I said, I can assure you, the worst part is the lead-up. Okay, it's terrible because you're waiting to be shut off in a sense, and then to fix your issues. So, but not the end of the world. The care here is unbelievable. And so looking forward to the great care. I will have, so to explain this surgery, so they will crack. They don't actually crack, like pull away, like people kind of envision it to. They don't take your heart out of your body and send it to a lab in a wheelbarrow or some weird thing. They go through, they kind of pull back the ribs a little bit. So it's more of a hole versus how it used to be. So it's more of a hole that they operate through. I'll be in a bypass, not off my groin, which was done in the first surgery, but the bypass will be done via other methods through the neck and through the heart here. So yeah, you're off. Kind of freaky to think about, but I mean, you go to sleep and you wake up. That's it, right? You don't know any different. Hug and kiss your family, and you'll be totally fine. Afterwards, they do have some cords kind of hanging out of you. There'll be one cord kind of around the heart, and that's like a defib. So if you have a failure, it'll go off. So that feels super weird when they pull it out. But I guess I can hopefully film some of this on the back end, and hopefully it'll be helpful. I don't know what possessed me to do this, honestly. I just, partly for myself, like I said, and if I can help people with their nerves and anxiety and getting up to this. So that's it. We'll just say peace, and just trying to stop the recording because I got no fucking clue how to work any of this stuff. Stop recording. Then I'll have to download and share on Facebook or some shit. Maybe I'll actually be good at this. So anyways, love you all. Talk after. See you on the other side.